When I was 9 years old, I had my first violin lesson. It was love at first sight. From that moment on, my one and only dream was to become a violinist and share music with people around the world. I just loved the feeling of the violin touching my neck, as if the music was going from my voice and getting transmitted through the violin. But what I loved most about it was playing to people. Even when I had no idea how to make a nice sound, I was running around the house with my violin playing to anyone that would listen. When I decided to become a violinist at 9 years old, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I went in there without any preconceived ideas. I was very quickly hit by all the judgment that you can find in every artistic and competitive environment, like classical music. Judgment is something I struggled with very early on, since my teenage years up until now. Judgment can change who you are, the way you think about yourself and the way you behave. At school, one of my teachers said I'd be lucky if I even found a place at the back of an orchestra. One compared me to a Barbie doll. Later, my classmates laughed about me making videos on social media. These things started to affect me, and I started to believe that the image people had of me was the correct one, the realistic one, and that all the dreams I had for myself in my head were silly or delusional. To give you a concrete example, when I was younger, I used to tell everyone I wanted to become a violinist and give concerts around the world. But from the age of 15, I changed my reply to "I'm not sure," by fear of being laughed at or told that it was pretentious or unrealistic of me to say that. Judgment is everywhere, but it is especially present in artistic industries. It's also something that can worsen when you decide to do something new, to take a risk, to find your own voice. I did it to reconnect with my first idea of what music was all about: sharing, connecting, and inspiring. Despite being harshly judged, I'm really glad to have gone through this journey of fighting hard to keep doing what I felt was right for myself, even if that meant getting criticized and laughed at. It's allowed me to make some of my biggest dreams happen. I also started to receive messages from people on social media saying that sharing my journey had helped to inspire them to keep going, or inspire them to start playing an instrument. This made it all so worth it. It's tiring, upsetting, and discouraging to be constantly told, especially as a young woman, what to do. But there's something I realized that I wish I knew before, and that is that people's vision of you, the way they see your future, is a reflection of themselves and not you. Judgment never stops, and it can be hard to overcome, as it is often easier to listen to others instead of trusting yourself. But what you will receive in return of going your very own way will make you so happy that it will have been worth it. I hope that by sharing my experience and how I have overcome these difficulties, I can inspire greatness in others, especially young women, to go after their dreams too. Greatness for me is taking the risk to be yourself, and music inspires that. I love that TCL is inspiring so many people around the world.